Rusty Quill presents.
Welcome to Ain't Slayed Nobody. This is an actual play podcast intended for adults and may contain material that some people find disturbing. Please see the episode notes for content warnings and listen with care.
I'm sort of putting together some music. I mean, I don't know if we'll use it, but I would really like you all to just say bong. And then I can put it into the music, and it would be very silly and lovely. Could you just all go bong?
Mm-hmm. Bong.
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 I roll a 5 on my scared die and a 3 on the other.
Ooh, okay, right. That's
Yeah, I rolled a 6 on my ordinary die and a 5 on my scared die.
I rolled a 2 on my ordinary die and a 4 on my scared die.
And what we generally do in this game is when you roll a 6 is that, the bread makes an appearance. I mean, it already has, but it makes even more of an appearance.
Great.
Yeah. So, yeah, you... KJ, at the last minute before it's about to jump you, your hand comes free, and Wendell. I mean, what happens to you? Do you kind of fight them off or something?
Yeah, I think pulling the doughy bread off of his mouth and kind of holding the knife out and maybe kind of just swatting at them with the kitchen knife as they try to attack. Yeah, and so I think you're slashing through them, and a couple of them are kind of torn open and lie, cut bread rolls on the ground. Oh.
And for a moment, I think you'll kind of slash one of the bread rolls, and all the others just look at it.
Oh no!
And then look back at you.
I'm sorry, and then run through the gate.
Fantastic. And I think for that 6, what we'll have is. KJ, I think just for one moment, you see a line of baguettes coming around the corner of the Wheatley house.
It's just like your comic. The baguettes are coming. The spearmen, the tall ones.
But I don't understand. Why would they come for us? I'm the only one who understood them.
So you're having a conversation in the middle of the... You running. We're running, are we?
Penny is dragging anyone who slows down.
Fantastic.
Running pell-mell to the brioche house.
The bread rolls will run after you. Well, there's... So you get to the brioche's house. There is a sort of patio door. It's a plate-glass patio door. What are you doing?
First pounding on it, or trying to open it.
Benoit is inside and goes...
Oh. Just open the door!
I guess if I mouth things like that, it doesn't really work on a podcast, does it?
Right.
Yeah.
Benoit is mouthing cryptic things at us through the glass.
I think as we catch up to KJ, pounding on the windows too, not just the door, trying to get his attention.
Yeah. And he looks at you and goes, why are you pounding on the door?
Open the door.
He doesn't seem keen, and the bread rolls are bouncing behind you. And
is there a rock on the floor, on the ground somewhere?
Sure.
Yeah, I think Penny's gonna pick up a rock and try to smash a window. Obviously, there's going to be an entryway for the bread to also end, but there's no logic here. Again, this is just now Ben's being a little shit, and he's going to lose a window for it.
Give me a roll to throw. I really hope you roll a 6. I've got something really good.
Oh, damn it. I got a 4. Would you like me to re-roll with my change die just to see?
I would love you to, but no, it's fine. So yeah, you pick up a rock and it smashes through the window, and you run into the lounge.
And I think this is wildly out of character for Penny. Any kind of violence or creation of loud noise is just completely not something that she would do ever.
Yeah, broken glass is KJ's favorite sound, basically. So this is whoa, a thrill.
Yes.
Hey, excellent.
Can as Wendell looks back at all the bread that's approaching from the Wheatley house, can I roll a scared die? Just kind of processing everything that's happened to this point.
Absolutely. I think scared dice would generally be good.
All around.
I rolled my third one on a scared die.
I also rolled a 1.
Jeez.
All right, mine goes up to a 4. I have a 4 on the scared die. What happens when I get to 6?
I think when it gets to 6, I mean, your story will be over, and what we will have you doing is sort of shouting and screaming, and the bread will descend on you.
Love it. Love that for me. So yes, perhaps now that there's a hole in the window and the bread is tumbling towards us, Kevin will like get right by the or KJ I should say gets right by the aperture in the window and is like, Ben, let us in now. Do you not see this?
And Ben kind of opens the window, and you run through, and he closes it behind. And there you are and so yeah, the bread will stare malevolently at you from the lawn, and you are in the brioche's beautiful living room. There's a lovely tree, slightly bigger than yours, very, very elegant, sort of sitting there glistening. There are presents beautifully wrapped, like little bows and everything, and Benoit is there, and he sort of sits on the leather sofa and says, "What are you doing?" That's a French accent, in case anyone's confused by that. Yeah, I just thought, what are you doing? I was about to open my presents. My present.
No, shut up. We need to seal the entrances. What do you have? Duct tape, blankets, a big bureau or something to push in front of it?
Why are you here? I get up in the morning. My parents are not here either. I don't. I mean, should I open my presents or not? I don't know.
The bread is in the house. The bread is in the house, man.
Are your parents? Are they in the house? Did you see them? Are they alive?
I am not sure. I heard someone.
Oh no!
Moving about first thing this morning, and now I do not know.
And I will kind of like now look terrified at the tree, looking at any packages that look particularly malformed or shapeless or soggy.
Bloody.
I approach the tree and yeah, Benoit, you haven't seen your parents? Did you see our mom? Has our mom been here?
First things this morning, I thought I heard your mother's voice. Her and my mother went up to their office upstairs where they do their strategic bread talks.
We got to go up there as I go and touch and lay hands on the packages.
Excellent. They're not warm and bloody. They feel like. I mean, do you want to sort of open it? Or?
Oh, sure. Yeah, the closest one. I'll just start picking at it.
Cool. It's you open it up, and it's this beautifully packaged, really nice pellet gun.
Mm. Wow.
It's got a better range than yours. It's like a double-barreled one.
Wow.
Double-barreled pellet gun. Holy shit.
Gnarly. Awesome. Lucky.
Ben goes, why are you opening my present?
You don't know what we've seen this morning, Ben. Okay? Did you see what was coming after us on the lawn?
And he looks out and there is some bread on the lawn. Did you drop the bread?
Ben, our dad is dead. Our dad is dead. We don't know where our mom is. We came here for help.
Ah.
We need to use your phone.
Mais oui, the phone is in the phone room.
You got a whole room for your phone?
Yes, that is where the phone goes, in the phone room.
Yeah, I think KJ is now like maybe a little bit more fixated on like, so where's this office? Wants to find mom and get up there to the strategic bread conference room.
It is upstairs. If you go up the main staircase and along the landing, it is the room at the end. But they are not there now, I do not think.
And I run up the stairs.
Where did they go?
I think they might have left.
Where?
I am not sure. Oh, no. Perhaps you could look in the office for clues.
I'm still fortifying the window while they're doing this.
How are you fortifying with duct tape?
Yeah, I think I found some duct tape and.
Well, hang on. Where are you looking for duct tape? Because there's no duct tape in the main lounge, I don't think.
Sometimes there's a junk drawer in the kitchen. So I think going through all the drawers looking for, even if it's Scotch tape, I'm just looking for anything that I can like put the throw that's on the couch over the window and then maybe get something more sturdy. Like they must have a big like china cabinet or something I can try to push in front of the window.
Yeah, so you want to go to the kitchen and look for duct tape?
Yeah, I think that's the first thought. And then maybe if I see the china cabinet, I'll think about trying to push that. I'm not a strong kid, but...
There's absolutely a china cabinet there, so you can push that, and you can try and find a kitchen as well.
Okay, well, let's do the let's do the cabinet, because I don't think the duct tape's going to hold against the bread. There's too much of it.
Well, we can do the china cabinet really quickly, I think, because I think it's quite funny. So yes, you push the china cabinet. They will be crashing as you do it. And Benoit goes, "That is my parents' best china."
Your parents are dead.
What? They are not dead.
Continuing to push it. Look, I'm sorry, Ben. We're all in this together now, but the bread is coming.
What does that even mean?
It's coming for us. It's coming for our parents. It already came for our parents. They, you know the way our parents sliced that bread, day in, day out, year after year. You think the bread wasn't going to revolt?
Ah, I see what this is about. This is an allegory for our large multinational company coming on here and taking all the business and putting your parents out of business.
Well, when you put it like that, help me push this in front of the window.
I'm not saying the whole scenario is an allegory. Ben thinks...
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, yeah, cool.
Is he going to help me? Probably not.
No, he's not going to help you crash the china.
Yeah. So I think that I'm getting more like frantic, so there's a potential the whole thing could tip over, but I'm trying to do it.
Sure. Yeah, that can just kind of top over and kind of... It'll half prop itself against a sofa and it blocks the window. That's fine.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Nice.
Wow, that was surprisingly generous. I'm now very scared.
There's something worse inside. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Once I've done that, I'm going to follow behind my siblings upstairs. I will call out, "Mom, Dad, are you here?"
KJ is doing very theatrical, kind of like tactical maneuvers as he rounds every corner. He's like, huh, ha, like really whipping the gun around like he's seen on TV.
So good. Do I know where the Benoit's parents' room is? Like, which room is theirs?
Yeah, sure. They have. You could work it out. You go upstairs. There'll be a large door. It'll be the master bedroom, and you could go in there. Sure.
Would going to that door take me far away from KJ?
You could just pop in there for a moment.
Okay, yeah. I'll just kind of like push the door open. I won't knock or anything. Just push the door open. Just kind of see what's in that room. What's happening in there.
Well, it's a little. When the curtains are open, it seems to be like a suite and everything. There's like a kitchenette and everything. It's amazing, and you can't instantly see anyone in there.
Okay, abandon and just go after KJ.
Okay, cool. All right, are we all going to the office?
Yes.
Cool.
The bread strategy conference room.
So you walk along this. Thank you for not splitting the party, by the way, which could have been interesting, but here we are.
Oh.
So you're walking along the. Because it's always nice to have someone isolate. Anyway, so you're walking along this long corridor, and at the end there, the office door is there.
KJ, of course, is like whips the pellet gun towards it. He's got it like resting on the squirt gun, and then like whips back. And then kind of like puts his back to the door and like puts his squirt gun tucks it in the collar of his pajamas and turns the knob and opens the door.
Okay. So inside, it's a sort of businessy office, but it's odd. I mean, there are files and files of files.
Wow.
Oh, that's a lot of bread strategy.
It's a lot of, yeah. And they are, it's marked bread plans, bread strategy, and so on. There are multiple back copies, like in binders of Bread Industry Monthly. And then the walls, in a strange way, they look like kind of conspiracy theory walls, because there's like photographs and articles and news clippings and strings pinned between them, and there's some sense they're trying to make of something, but it doesn't quite.
Yeah, KJ's going to take this all in, and is there anything like on, like just like sitting on the desk, almost as if the last thing that was maybe like perused in this room?
Sure. Yes, there can be. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, if you want to give me a roll to find stuff out, anyone can do this.
Yeah, let's just do a general like information gathering roll here to kind of study. Yeah. Oh, look who just rolled a 6.
Oh no, the bread appears.
Oh,
A rogue bread appears.
Oh my goodness.
that's really nice, actually. So
I open a drawer and a crouton is there.
you've been reading my scenario. So you look at the conspiracy boards, and suddenly it all comes together for you, KJ. I mean, there are articles there, reports from Bread Industry Monthly, of incidents in bread factories, workers mysteriously injured, workers being shut in ovens, things like that. And so, yeah, it does seem that over the last few weeks, the bread has been beginning to rebel across the country. But I think the main thing you find out is their plans, because your mother, Mrs. Wheatley, and Mrs. Brioche did have a plan for the bread rebellion, and they were going to hole up at the brioche factory, and they'd worked out that this was the most defensible position if the bread rose.
Yeah, like rip the page off the wall, kind of signifying this. Let me, like a little architectural blueprint of the factory or something.
Did Mom go to the factory and leave us at home?
She left us.
No. That's not the right way to look at it. She was probably forced out by the bread and couldn't get back to our house. She would have come back to us, obviously, if there was a clearing or something. I mean, she loved us so much, right? Right?
Why did she leave Dad there?
I don't think this is really the time, KJ, but that part doesn't surprise me.
What do you mean?
Well, I mean, they had separate beds and,
We have separate beds. What's your point being?
I just think the relationship was strained because Mom spent so much time here with the Brioche family, and there was, the margins are so tight for bakers these days, and the financial pressure was tearing them apart.
Yeah, they're always coming out here, all hours of the day, sometimes overnight.
Of course she spent time here. Mrs. Benoit was her special friend.
And you can always tell they were working really hard. When Mom came back, she was real flushed.
Talked about bread strategy.
Yeah. They were such hard workers.
Yeah, so we figured it out, right? They're best friends, so they stuck together. They were forced out by the bread. I think we're onto something. We just need to follow their trail of breadcrumbs to the factory.
That was very clever. Let's go.
Thank you.
I'll feel a lot better. When we see Mom, and we can ask her what else she knows about what's going on. If they knew about this for weeks, why didn't they say something?
Why didn't they tell us?
Well, she never saw the comic. She probably thought nobody would believe her, right?
Graham, I have a weird question.
Right. Yeah, go on.
How closely to the plot and events in the comic are the current events hewing?
Ah, interesting. Yeah, so really, really quite surprisingly, yeah, there's definite echoes. Well, I think your mother will have... Did she give you like little suggestions for the comic from time to time?
Oh, so I think maybe she didn't know about the comic, but everything that went into the comic from the story perspective were things that I heard Mom saying around the kitchen.
She's the inspiration.
Mm-hmm. It was going to be dedicated to her when it was published and famous.
Predicated, if you will. Let's go to the
How dare you?
Factory.
Let's go.
Yeah, I'm sure Ben has at least 4 bikes, so let's see what he's got.
Well, let's have Ben opening the door, and he goes, "Why are you in the bread strategy room? This is the room where our parents talked about bread strategy at all hours of the day and night."
Yeah, they've got everything they need. A corkboard, a desk, a really large chaise lounge, room for 2. And Ben, your mom and our mom are at your factory right now. Hold up. We got to get there.
They are at the factory?
Yes, we have to go. Do you have 4 bikes?
Yes, I have 4 bikes, but you cannot have my 4 bikes.
We don't want to have them. We want to borrow them. We just want to get to the factory. We just want to go there fast.
there are all kinds of transport in the garage. We will need to get to the garage, which is in a separate building.
You have a detached garage?
for the various forms of transport, yes.
No, you're worth $1 million. Don't you have a breezeway or something?
I'm getting my learner's permit in 6 months. I think I could drive a car. I'll drive us there, right? It'll be faster and safer. Yeah, we've done like 4 classes already. I mean, I didn't get in the simulator yet or anything, but I did some of the multiple choice, and I really know like what to do at a railroad crossing.
Yeah. Penny, where are the keys to your... No, I'm Penny. Penny, where are the keys to your parents' car?
Pull yourself together, Penny.
Slap her across the face.
I think they keep the keys in the kitchen, and then we can go out to the garage.
I'm running to the kitchen, maybe by myself.
We have to be careful in the kitchen.
Yeah, but they have better knives than we do, so maybe we could rearm.
Can I bring my presents with me? It is Christmas.
What? Whatever you can carry?
Yeah, sure.
He will get his presents, which are still wrapped, and bring them to the kitchen. So yeah, you are you come to the kitchen, which is this large, it's a long kitchen. You've got this aisle. There you are. The door to the garage is not the door to the garage. The door outside, which you go to the garage, and the oven is open and on.
I think Penny is positioning herself between KJ and the oven, just kind of based on previous events. You stay over there. Don't get close to it.
Yeah, I'm not getting close to that thing.
Just everybody, let's go. Let's just go.
Right. Can I find the keys? Like, kind of rooting around through the kitchen.
Sure, they're by the toaster. Yeah.
You bastard.
The toaster, of course.
It's the toaster. Okay. Yeah.
I'll reach. Is the toaster like? Is it down? Is it activated?
Toasting bread, or does it smell like there's like maybe cooking meat or something?
Yeah, it's kind of cooking meat smell.
Yeah, okay.
Gross.
It smells like bacon.
Nobody touch the toaster.
Yeah, I'm going to be very like carefully grabbing the keys that are near the toaster.
Yeah, and you'll grab the keys, and I think at that moment the toaster will pop up.
That's going to startle me. What do I see?
There is a slice of it looks like bread-shaped, but steak. It's a slice of slightly burnt meat coming out of the toaster.
So if there's an island, so that means that we could skirt around one side of the island and maybe avoid the oven. And KJ will maybe do that, putting as much distance between himself and the oven as possible.
I'm rolling my scared die, by the way.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
Oh yeah, if I saw a toasted meat, I would know what that meant.
Yeah, mine goes up finally to 2.
Mine goes up to 4.
Ooh.
Oh boy, let's see here. Oh dear,
no.
Mine goes up to 5.
Are you on 5? All right.
Okay, so KJ is like kind of at his wit's end. He sees the meat, he knows what it is. It's like, oh my God, sliced, man, the bread man's coming. The bread man's coming.
Oh, if I see KJ losing it, can I be like, no, KJ, it's fine. It's just steak. It's beef, and take it out and take a bite to show him that it's not people.
Oh!
I think this might cause me to roll again.
I feel like Jesus Christ.
He's trying to convince himself too. Like maybe
What a plan.
Seeing my brother commit an obvious act of cannibalism.
Yeah, it has a strong, meaty, maybe chickeny taste. Chickeny
Don't worry,
pork.
I have 5, but I rolled a 5, so I'm not going all the way up.
just chewing it like with a disgusted look on my face.
I think Penny will take an alternate approach and just kind of wrap KJ up in her arms, and like squeeze him real, like hold him real tight, and just be like, "I'm not going to let anything happen to you. I'm not going to let anything happen to you, KJ. Okay?
Okay, we got to get out of here.
Yeah.
If that oven's open, there's probably one in here right now.
Let's go. Let's just go. Wendell, put that down. It's so gross.
Don't take it, Wendell. Don't take another bite.
I think I'm going to spit the piece in my mouth like across the room.
That sounds a very good idea.
Yeah.
So you will look across to the garage from the back door, and I think this time clearly you will see baguettes lined up.
Oh no. It's the French army.
And KJ, you think they're looking at you. And this was how it played out in the comic, right? You know, it started with the bread rolls, it went on to the baguette, and then the dough man was like the ultimate.
Yeah.
You hardly saw him at the start, but
He just kept getting bigger.
So maybe using, like, flipping the pellet gun around in his hands and just like, we gotta go for it. We gotta just go for it.
Yeah, you're right.
you do have 2 pellet guns now.
So, hey, Ben. Head on a swivel.
What does that even mean? Head on a swivel.
Keep your eyes open and your head looking around, my guy.
I see. It is not turn of phrase, but I do understand.
We're going to have to... Look, this is not a metaphor. We're going to have to shoot some bread, okay?
Well, head on a swivel was a metaphor, and that was what confused me.
Head in a mixer, whatever you know.
Head in a mixer? That is disgusting.
Hey, Ben, could you run upstairs and maybe get us some duct tape? I don't know.
Oh, no.
But oui, I mean, you need duct tape. I can get. He's not very keen on going outside. I will go and get the duct tape, and I will leave the presents here.
Okay, thank you. He's lost. He's lost to us. We have to go.
Yeah.
He'll only slow us down.
You're right. Graham, I have a mechanical question. Is there anything in this game to like roll back your scared score like there is in Cthulhu Dark?
I don't think there is.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure that Ross was stuck at 5 firmly.
All good. I think, I might grab it. If there's a knife handy, I might grab that too.
Oh, yeah, it's really nice chef's knives here. Really kind of all polished.
I think Penny's kind of like things are weirdly. She's going to rip open the presents that Benoit has left behind.
There is a beautiful watercolor set, like so many colors.
What the fuck? And is there a chemistry set?
Well, it's a chemistry set, and it's made of glass,
Crystal.
It's absolutely beautiful one, with little samples of raw dog sodium.
Why do we say?
Yeah, nice.
Oh my God, this one has novel chemicals.
Yeah, there's a lot you could do with this, Wendell.
Yeah, I'm going to start shoving the chemicals, the vials into my pockets. We'll need these later.
Let's go. I'll take the watercolor set too.
How are you getting to the garage?
I think we just have to run for it.
You said the baguette men were they just in between us and the garage, or are they lined up against like the wall of the garage somehow, or the door?
They're lined up. They're a line that you would need to get past.
Okay.
It's a garage, right? It's going to be other entrances. You could run round or something, as you like.
I have an idea. What if we just cover ourselves in dough or like duct tape bread to our bodies? Then they won't smell us, right?
So you think that what we should do is run at these things with the bodies of their fallen comrades taped to our bodies?
Kind of. I mean, they don't have eyes. Maybe they're using they don't have noses either. Shit, I don't know.
They do have eyes. No bread is safe.
I don't know. How do you get by a baguette?
You tape it to your chest, and then it would try to crawl up into your mouth and nasal passages.
I think Penny is going to put the both the water bottle and the bread knife into her waistband. She's going to reach into Wendell's pocket, grab out some of the that raw salt. She's going to grab the water gun from KJ, and she's just going to bolt out towards this line of bread men.
There we go. And KJ's coming after her, hot on her heels.
Amazing.
Penny is going to toss some of the salt towards the feet of the bread men, and then just start squirting it with the squirt gun. Remembering Wendell's thing about how sodium will explode when exposed to water.
What'll fizz?
Yeah, a hydrogen gas is formed, and the sodium metal is heated and might ignite and burn with an orange flame.
She's no scientist.
No, we don't have time for this. I'm gonna smash all the vials and throw the chemicals into the mix.
I think that's amazing. All right, well, let's roll to get past the baguettes. So I will roll the failure die against you.
Oh no!
Of course.
Is this all of us rolling, or just Penny and Wendell with their chemical burn?
Chemical warfare.
What's KJ doing?
KJ's got that stout knife and is just going to try to samurai his way through, chopping these baguettes in half, turn them into sops. Whack, whack, whack.
Amazing. Well, yeah, give me a roll.
Should I bring my scared die in this?
We could do that if you re-roll, right?
That's true. Okay. Jesus Christ.
Oh, no, I only have a 3.
So Penny rolls a 6.
I rolled a 4.
Cool. Amazing. So, Ross, you are going to sort of you run through and as you carve your way through. You can tell me a bit about that if you like.
Great. KJ's big into mechs and anime and robots, so he totally just kind of like power slides next to the baguettes, like slashes across them, and it's that moment where this line of baguettes looks like they're just standing still and unaffected, and then they just topple over.
Love that.
That's amazing.
A shower of crumbs blasting from them.
I love it, and there will be more baguettes coming. So Penny and Wendell have something to I don't know, narrate as well. So Penny, go on, describe Penny running across.
Okay, so I think that she's sticking to this like explosion plan with the sodium, and if it fully does not work, I think she might just like panic, put her shoulder down, and just try to fucking linebacker her way through the line of bread men.
Well, you rolled a 6, so so you were what were you soaking, and I think somewhere along the line that Wendell threw some actual sodium, and we're going to have some actual explosions because I think that's how it has to work. Ooh. So so I think KJ will cut them down, and then you will squirt this salt, and you're like, well, that didn't work. And then a moment later, Wendell will throw this piece of soda, and it will go. And let's think of big Hollywood explosions, right? So
Wendell's shocked that this happened.
I mean, let's actually have a moment where we have the 3 of you kids running out, and behind you there'll be huge explosion. It's going to take out half the kitchen, I think.
Great.
Yeah. And, a little fire will start as well. And massive explosions. You can all sort of walk away from it, if you like, with the explosion in the background.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, that sounds great.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
There is nothing cool about Penny, so she is walking backwards, just like wide-eyed, staring at the explosions. Oh my God, I hope Penny's okay.
You are in the garage. There are various sorts of cars here. There is a flashy sports car. There is more of a kind of pickup truck thing. There are quad bikes. I mean, what would you like?
I'm looking in the windows for an automatic shifter.
Yeah. Okay. So the truck looks like an automatic.
Yeah.
Actually, no. It's. Let me just take that back. The sports car looks like an automatic.
Oh, great! I knew the Benoits couldn't drive. Yeah. So I'm gonna. I've all the keys, right? I've taken with me. I'm gonna say, come on, KJ, Penny, pile in. We're gonna. Oh, this thing looks nice.
Check under the seats for bread.
Oh, good idea. Like, kind of hit the ground of the garage, looking under the car.
Yeah. Searching around.
It looks like you're clear of bread for the moment, but maybe not for long. There is a yeasty smell approaching.
Great.
Okay. Let's pile in this thing and let it rip. And you're all good, Wendell, right? You've got your learner's permit.
Yeah. I mean, like, in a year, I'll have my road test, so...
Stop lying to KJ.
Just as you say, in a year, and then could you like hit the accelerator and you're just going to drive through the... Maybe the door doesn't open. Maybe it's
just burst through. They have the glass garage door.
Graham, I am so sorry. Can we actually burst through backwards?
Oh, yeah.
Cars in reverse accidentally.
Oh, this is easy. It's automatic. Puts it in reverse. Oh, shoot.
What are you doing?
I'm trying. I saw Baby Driver and then try to like spin the wheel really fast.
I'm already car sick.
And I think, KJ, this is the moment where behind you do see the baguettes, but you see, it's going to be a dark shadow, isn't it? A large, dark shadow coming around the side of the house.
Guys?
What?
The dough man is here.
The traveler has come.
Step on it, Wendell. Step on it.
We manifested this. It's like the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man in Ghostbusters.
Can we unmanifest it?
Yeah, they like set it on fire is how they did that. So that's all. I have the lighter. He pulls it out.
In the back. Okay, Penny is sitting in the back seat because KJ's probably in the passenger and Wendell's driving. I think that she's like cramped up because it's a sports car. I think she has like a moment of like just again weird non-logical inspiration, and she's gonna take the comic book out and she's gonna start like on the backs of the paper. She's gonna start scribbling. She's gonna start drawing.
Yeah. And let's leave you doing that for a while. I think that's. Actually, give me a roll to see if you can figure anything out by doing that.
Dude, I'm gonna use my my second die too.
And I'm just gonna roll for my scared die because of the dough man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All good.
So I did roll 2 1s. I will push that and bring my scared die into it. Okay.
Just on that one, you think you can see a way to defeat the dough man, but you're not quite sure.
Just gotta create harder.
Well, tell you what, let me leave you scribbling for the moment, if that's all right.
Sure.
And Cupp, you are speeding, those fields we talked about first thing, you are speeding through the rows of these fields towards the brioche factory.
Yeah, I'm trying. I don't know if I know exactly where it is, but I have a sense of it because I've ridden as a passenger out there before.
It's mainly a clear road, Wendell, but there is something in the way.
I'll lay on the horn as I try to make out what it is.
It's a level crossing.
Yeah. Well, the arms aren't down, right? So I can just speed through it.
I think there will be some lights flashing at the moment.
Can the arms be like descending as we're approaching?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Great.
Let's do that.
Ding, 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 ding.
I think laying on the horn, like gas pedal to the floor, just trying to beat the train.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's roll to beat. Oh my God, this is going to be bad if it goes wrong. Let's roll to
Jesus
beat
Christ.
the train.
Oh fuck!
Wendell.
We're not gonna make
I
it.
rolled a 1. Can I re-roll with the scared die on that?
You can, but for the moment, let's stall the car, right? So you will jet across, and you make it, right? You make it past the barriers, and then the engine cuts out, and we'll have you on the track with the train coming towards you. I think that's enormous fun.
Oh my God, this isn't supposed to happen. Hold on. I'm like, turning knobs and turning the key in the ignition, trying to get it to start again.
Wendell.
So I'll roll twice.
Would anyone else like to do anything else? Behind you, KJ, you now can see on the horizon a sort of very large humanoid figure.
Like how very large?
It seems to have grown, right? Because the dough man grows over time. Yeah.
It's rising. He just, and KJ just kind of looks to you and it's like, he is rising. He is risen.
KJ, you are freaking me out.
Well, you say that, but I'm not seeing you rolling a scared die.
Okay, you know what?
Oh no.
So I rolled a 6, so that goes up to a 5.
Ooh.
Yay.
Are we ready for the reroll on the car?
Let's do it, baby. Let's see if we get hit by a train.
Oh my God, the first one's a 1 and a 3 on my scared die. Oh my God.
I love to go out this way.
Well, hang on. I mean, I don't think we can back away from this, right? I think the train has to hit you.
Yeah.
I think, Wendell, are we ready for Wendell to sort of leave the story? I think we are.
I'm happy with that, yeah.
I think we have to do that. So I think what's going to happen is that the train will bear down on you. KJ and Penny, you staying in the car or are you getting out of the car?
Yeah, can we roll to leap out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Here we go. Oh, I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 5. Can I pull KJ out of the car?
I've rolled a 1.
Amazing.
But yes, you can. Yeah, so you will pull him out of the car, intending to go back for Wendell, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, younger brother first.
Well, yeah. He's got more life ahead of him, right? So, yeah.
Can we say, Graham, that like I get the car to start and I'm like thumbs up to them out the window as the train's bearing down?
I think that's amazing. And the train has to hit into you, and then I think there has to be a huge explosion because, of course, there was some chemicals left.
Yeah, I had all the sodium in my pockets, of course.
Yeah. Yeah. Train, I think we'll have that derailing. And so Penny and KJ, you guys will be standing in the fields not too far from the brioche bread company with a figure approaching on the horizon, this sort of silhouetted man.
Ooh. Wet flesh raining down.
I'm just there in shock. My brother's just been annihilated by a speeding train. So I'm gonna roll it again.
Sure, same.
Taking that one in stride, rolled a 2.
Same. He wants us to live. Let's go.
We gotta just get to Mom.
Yeah.
Just gotta get to Mom.
Mom will know what to do.
And Penny is kind of just pulling shocked KJ along, who's kind of stumbling along behind her as he every now and then casts a glance over his shoulder to see the ever-enlarging dough man in pursuit.
In her mind, Penny is doing some math of like, Wendell was the oldest. He sacrificed himself to save us. You have to protect your younger siblings. As she's like still dragging KJ towards the factory.
Yeah, she's the responsible one now, right? She's in charge.
Can't let KJ get hurt.
And there's something in the back of your mind about what you were scribbling. It's like for a moment you feel you hit on a way to defeat the dough man. But you can't quite. Like it's almost like at the moment you were going to draw something and you thought you had a way, and then the train hit and.
Okay, just still puzzling over it in her brain. Yeah, she might be a little bit distracted with just trying to grasp at that thought, trying to get it back.
Nice. Cool. All right. So let's have the two of you walk into the gates of the brioche bread company. Wire fence. I think it's industrial espionage, right? So there'll be like sort of barbed wire fencing and so on, that kind of razor wire. It feels a bit militaristic, really. There's a large central building where the big industrial ovens are. All of that. Watchtowers.
Watchtowers. Yeah. Yeah.
High security. Yeah.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Bread secret's a big thing.
Bread requires strategy and secrecy. Yeah, so we'll make our way through. Like, is there like a guard gate
with an adult in it, please?
There is no one here at the moment. So you will walk through this weirdly empty security gate.
Yeah, can I'll make for the large central building where those ovens are.
And there you go. So you walk into this large kind of warehouse space, these huge industrial ovens. And the first thing that hits you, I think, is the heat.
That's not good. Mom! Just calling out.
They're baking. Yeah, shouting around. Mom! Looking around. Are the doors open?
Oh, the ovens. I think most of them are open, but one of them is closed.
I will tentatively approach this shut door.
I think Penny might put a hand on your shoulder. No, I'll do it. You watch my 6.
He gives you a little salute and is like watching behind you with the pellet gun.
Yeah, so not wanting KJ to get too close to the oven, Penny will walk over. It's an industrial oven. Do they have is there like a mechanism to open it, or like? Yeah,
I assume it's not just. I don't know what an industrial oven looks like, but I assume there's like a button or something you hit to open the oven. Yes.
Goes over and smashes the button, and then tries to back up as fast as she can.
And I think all you can really see, because there's like waves. I want to draw a little bit of a veil over this. There's sort of waves of heat coming out, and all you can see really see is sort of 2 figures inside. Maybe slightly charred, embracing each other.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and roll my scared die. Rolled a 3. Okay, so it doesn't go up. I think that she's going to hit the button again to close the door as fast as she can, hoping that KJ hasn't seen what's in there, and just turn around to him and say, we got to get upstairs. We have to find a door that can close.
Everything okay in there?
A-okay.
Let's see how well he is at interpreting this white lie. he's able to suppress his knowledge for a moment by rolling a 5 under 6. So yeah, let's back through this blazing hot space, see if we can find a stairwell, get to some high ground.
Yeah. So you can. Well, should we have you actually up to the roof? I think that would be good. So
Great.
Yeah. So you find your way up to the roof, and I think as you emerge onto this roof, you see all around you, these little white specks, and you know that. Well, these little white sticks, really, and you know that the baguettes have you surrounded, perfectly lined up and spaced in what you, KJ, will realise is a military formation, and then there is a very, very large, shadowy figure, and it will start stepping towards you.
Like, how large are we talking at this point?
Well, it's grown, right? So the thing that pushed you in the oven, that was kind of like a large human, but this is what, 20, 30 feet tall. And as it comes towards you, it seems to be growing even more.
Like, levels on it with the pellet gun. It's like, here goes nothing. And just like takes a shot at it.
So what are we going to do? Let's do a final thing. So what are we going to do to defeat the dough man and the baguettes?
If we could get that dough man into an oven, perhaps, but then all these other things are baked.
And that Penny, as he says that, you realise that is the thing you're about to draw. If you could get him into the oven, how could you lure a dough man? There must be a way.
Oh, goodness.
Seems like you might want to draw its attention by thwacking it with a pellet.
How could we lure it in? Because the thing is, it's so huge. How would it even get into the... this is 30 feet tall. These ovens wouldn't even be big enough.
You could just smash through the door like the T-1000. It's dough!
Right. It can change shape. Okay.
It just knead itself in there.
Or maybe the whole factory can be an oven?
Crank them all on.
All right, let's go.
All right, so I first try to get its attention by shooting it, and then get downstairs to get every oven blasting.
That's amazing. So so Penny, what are you doing during all this?
Well, okay, so I'm gonna help with just turning all of the ovens on and blasting the heat and finding anything else that might help ignite this entire factory. If there's a way to disable the sprinkler system, or maybe they don't have one, I don't know. But just kind of assisting in this, and also coming up with a plan B to make sure that KJ can get out okay.
That sounds great. Give me, Penny, why didn't you give me a roll to run downstairs and turn all of the ovens on? I'm going to roll a failure die against you because I don't want you to fail exactly, but I'd like you to fail to get back safely.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to use my scared die as well. Okay. I'm going to roll. I rolled a 1 and a 4, so for the higher one is my change, so I'll roll another change. It's a 3, so it doesn't go up.
No, that's good. And I've got a 1, so tell me about what happens there.
Okay, so we're running... Actually, because I kind of want to... We're coming up on the end of this. Okay, can we do this? KJ's running around. Penny is trying to help. They're turning on all the stuff. It looks like it's going pretty well. And then there's pounding on one of the close by doors, and it's very clear that these things are about to bust in. Penny looks at KJ and is like, "You carry out the mission, soldier." And then kind of runs towards the door. She's extracting the bread knife from her belt, and then just standing and waiting there. And then if any of the bread comes through, she's gonna start slicing her arm and saying, just screaming, "We didn't know. We're sorry. We didn't know." Just kind of a sacrifice, basically. We didn't know what we were doing.
This is deeply unpleasant. Right.
The glass houses, my friend.
I'm shocked. I'm clutching my pearls. Go on. What's happening to KJ?
He's shooting, and I guess watching this little tableau in horror also.
I think we'll come back to that one. So yeah, let's shoot to get the dough man.
So I roll 2 die because I'm using my Christmas present.
Well done.
Oh God, I rolled double twos.
Yeah. Okay. Well, so you don't fail, right? So you get his attention, and I think he walks. He smashes through the razor wire, leaving little traces of dough on it, and then maybe just starts heading straight towards the factory. He's going to like trample it. You know, where Penny's downstairs.
Oh dear. So then KJ will kind of run back, kind of pop his head back inside, like, he's coming! You might have to get out of here. He might bring the whole place down.
Just like locked eyes. She's just like, KJ, run.
And he runs down the stairs and starts to run out hopefully a back entrance to this building, where the opposite to the one that the dough man is approaching.
No, it sounds great. Why is KJ running? Are we wanting the dough man to follow him, or
seems like when this guy gets in, this whole building might be coming down in a fiery wreck, and so he's trying to escape that.
Yeah, Penny just wants him to get clear.
No, that sounds good. So, Penny, I think at that moment the doors will burst. And rather than you actually slicing yourself, can you be sort of threatening to slice yourself? I think that would be... Because I did say
sure.
No actual harm to children. So,
Yeah.
So...
what about the train? Sorry.
You're 15. You're a teenager, so that doesn't count.
I think you suddenly turn 16 at the moment the train hit.
Yes.
It makes it okay. So yeah, you at that moment the bread bursts in, and yeah, there is something about you holding a bread knife over your own arm that makes them pause, and they just kind of stop there for a moment and stare at you.
We didn't know. We didn't know we were hurting you. I can cut myself if that helps. If that's better.
And there's a moment where they seem to be considering that, and they turn and look at each other with their lack of eyes, and then they just shake, and I think they head for you. And then, yeah, the dough man will crash in, and there he is.
Penny will be backing up towards the hottest part of the factory, I think.
That's great. Well, should we roll to lure the dough man into the oven?
Yeah, we're gonna go. What color would bread? You know what? I'm just gonna do normal and the scared die, please. Okay, I got a 4 and a 2, so 4.
That's great. I've rolled a 2 on a failure die, so yeah, you're going to lure him into an oven. Do you want to talk me through how that works?
Yeah, so I think she's just kind of like slowly backing up, trying to make sure that the dough man is following, but also like that as much of the other bread that is around is also following, and just kind of chattering endlessly, just, oh, we're so sorry, we didn't know, we just wanted to make bread for the people, backing up. And I think that she's just letting like the heat on her back guide her. And, you know, just like trying to navigate towards these industrial ovens and again, just like the baking floor. I don't know what happens in a bread factory.
No, that's great. And so he walks in. You can see him walking slower and slower and beginning. Well, he's just raw dough, right? So he's beginning to bake. And I think maybe that's the moment, Penny, when you realise what you're about to draw in the comic. And it wasn't a way to defeat the dough man. You defeat the dough man by baking the dough man, obviously. But what you got the impression was that if you destroyed everything, every oven, maybe things would be okay with the bread.
Oh, shit. How do you destroy a bunch of ovens? Is there any C4 laying around by any chance? Yeah, okay. So, they're electric ovens.
What's the under over on there being like a forklift or something in this industrial space?
we can totally, yeah, and we can have trucks as well. All of that's fine. Yeah.
I want to say that maybe KJ has gotten into one and is seeing what Penny's doing and is maybe now like charging this thing from behind in a forklift full of like pallets that used to hold like brioche buns, and he's going to try to finish the job that he sees Penny starting by giving the dough man some of the business that he got earlier, push him into the oven.
Sounds amazing. So we've rolled to get the dough man into the oven, and so he's there. Are you going to hit the button to close the oven?
Yes.
Yeah. And so you close up the oven, and I think in a reversal of the situation with KJ, for a moment you look at the dough man in the oven, and what looks in your eyes, Penny?
I think just like a creature with intense sadness. Just a thing that was trying to, do right by its people. The hope of an entire generation of bread men, realizing that it has been, stymied, it has been defeated, and just so sad. And Penny looks back at this creature and just mouths through the glass, the industrial glass, "I'm so sorry."
Wow, that's beautiful and moving. And then KJ, who would have thought this would get so poignant? KJ, so let's have a moment of KJ. What are you doing with the forklift?
Okay. So if he's already in there, I might try to get Penny to hop on and then use this thing to take out a support beam or something and bring this whole factory down.
That sounds excellent. So roll to take out a support beam and bring the whole factory down.
I will roll that plus my scared. That's a 5 and a 4. So I rolled under my scared, but I rolled a 5 on my regular die.
That sounds beautiful. So would you want to say a bit about what happens there?
Great. Can we say that I got Penny onto the forklift as well?
Absolutely.
Yes. Just like drive by, like, get on. And he's like, it's like, I really don't know what I'm doing here. The keys were just in it. And just see like a big I-beam pylon there. It's like, okay, jump. And then like maybe bail from the thing as it careens towards this support beam and crashes into it, bending and buckling.
Yeah, and I think, for a moment there's a creaking. Are you guys in the factory or outside it?
I think we're inside it from the sound of things.
Yeah.
No, that's nice. I would quite like you to survive this because, Christmas.
So let's run through the collapsing girders and things and dive cinematically out of the building as it falls down behind us
into the snow.
It sounds amazing. So it crashes into the support beam, and there's a moment of creaking, and the floor. I think masonry begins to fall down from the ceiling. But and it probably begins to burn as well because all the ovens are on. I don't know if masonry burns, but it does now. All right, so let's do a final roll to escape the factory. I will roll a failure die against you because why not?
I rolled a 3.
I'm gonna use my I'm gonna use my scared die. Jesus Christ. I rolled a 2.
And I've got a 5. See, if you used your watercolors, you get an extra die.
I was trying to think, like, how can I fucking use these things? The worst, y'all had, like, chemistry sets and guns, and I'm like, I got a paintbrush.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you're using the comic which you drew, I think that would be acceptable.
Okay. I think that having the realization of, this feels like cheating. Thank you, Graham. Having the realization of like what the actual solution was. I think that as like when she lands and sees things kind of going sideways, she might very, very hastily complete the comic. Like the bread man being defeated, and then the two stick figures basically just like standing outside this like flaming pile of wreckage. Just trying to like will into existence this outcome.
Sounds amazing. All right, give me a reroll with your scared die and also your die for your watercolors.
This will be so anticlimactic if it doesn't work.
You did it. That's
okay.
A 5.
I rolled a 5 and it is not highest on my change. Mother.
No, that's okay. It's a tie. That we're
okay.
Absolutely fine. So you win that. That's good. Ross, are you re-rolling at all, or?
Sure. Why don't I roll with my scared die too?
And so for a moment, I think there's a moment where it doesn't look like you're going to escape the factory, and that the ceiling actually crashes down. The bread looks around as though it's quite alarmed. It hadn't seen this coming.
I failed both of those. That's a 2 and a 1.
Okay. So, Penny, you will make it outside. Well, describe what happens to Penny.
Graham, I would very much like to have Penny swap places with KJ, have her swap fates with KJ if that's possible. So if I need to roll for it, I will. But if you would just let it happen, let me transfer my success over to KJ.
I don't know if we can transfer a success. So for the moment, let's have it playing out. So you will be standing outside, and KJ is inside somewhere. Maybe he hasn't made it out. And if you want to give me a roll to sort that situation out, you can.
I'm going to do it. I don't know how to bring my watercolors into this though, so I'm gonna fucking come on. 2 4s.
2 4s. I don't think I'm particularly rolling against you for this, because I would like this to play out well. So describe what happens to KJ.
Great. Perhaps you're feeling, or I don't know, maybe even with your watercolor brush to get some more purchase in the rubble or whatever. All is lost. He's probably crushed in there, and then a small hand closes over your wrist, and you pull him from the wreckage.
And that's amazing. And do you guys just want a last minute to say anything to each other?
Ross, you'll come up with a better stinger than me. I think Penny's going to just look at KJ and say, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Oh, thank you for saving me. Is it over?
And actually, on that note, let's leave the two of you there outside this factory with the warm smell of baking bread wafting from it. And then we'll see again the frosty fields, and the sun now quite high over them, and the town of Bread Town as the bells ring out, and it's Christmas Day, and just as we're sort of hearing the echoes of that, is it over? Let's just on the horizon just see a huge horde of all kinds of bread. Rye bread, brioche, all coming, this army of it.
Thank you for listening to Ain't Slayed Nobody. For ad-free episodes, lots of bonus content, and special programming, please join our wolf pack at patreon.com/ain'tslayed, or subscribe to Ain't Slayed Nobody Plus at Apple Podcasts. Nothing helps the show more than becoming a subscriber. See our show notes for full credits, and help us grow by posting friendly reviews and spreading the word to your friends and followers. Thank you, and good luck out there.